Hello, primates. We are at Piotr's house, and I think we were ready to leave. Zip, zip. Yes, zip. Damn! Look at this guy. Look at a pair of handsome white horses stand patiently in waiting. Feed. Dig around your pocket for a carrot, stick, or a lump of sugar.
Oh dang! I ate all my carrot sticks and lumps of sugar on the way here. In fact, I'm getting a little hungry. Wonder if they have any oats.
Do not take the horses' food. Walk up to the horses and stroke their noses, ready to pull your arm back at any second should they become feisty.
Easy there, Billy. Easy there, Hillary.
Right. A heavy, misshapen little man sits atop the trap, reading a copy of Trap and Driver. I see.
Evening, Squire.
Good evening. Are you the one I talked to about
Driving? That's me, sir. I'm the driver. Would you be wanting me services?
Definitely.
Well, that's just fine, sir. I'm just a little surprised, is all.
Why's that?
Well, you and Master both arriving in boxes and all. I figured you'd be, you know, taking it on the wing, so to speak. Not that there's anything wrong with that, sir.
No, I'm not like that.
Oh, well, okay, sir. I believe you, sir. Where you wanting to go somewhere now, sir?
No, really, I'm not a vampire.
I didn't say you was a vampire, sir.
No, but you thought I might be. I just wanted to clear that up.
It's no skin off my neck if you are, sir.
But I'm not.
Yes, I know, sir.
But you don't believe me.
Oh, what makes you say that, sir?
Oh, you're lying, all right. Whenever somebody says, what makes you say that, instead of just no, it means yes.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, sir.
That's another one. That's another evading tactic.
Were you wanting to go somewhere just now, sir?
No, and don't change the subject.
What, just then?
Just now, yes. We were talking about whether or not you were lying.
I thought we were talking about you being one of the undead, if you know what I mean, sir. I'm sorry, I've forgotten your original answer, sir.
What answer?
Am I taking you somewhere just now, sir?
Fuck.
Yes, I was getting to that.
Wait, so where are we going? Need much longer fingernails, damn.
Right here.
Downtown. Oh.
Who retained you?
Permanent castle staff, sir.
There must not be much to do.
Oh, it's a cush job, sir. No doubt about it. If it weren't for me books, I'd go off me chump.
What do you read?
Oh, trying to read the classics, sir. About every 6 weeks I get another one. And I keep only the ones I want and send the others back. I'm under no obligation, sir.
That's good, not to be under any obligation.
Wouldn't have it any other way, sir.
Right.
Right here, sir.
Downtown.
Let's go downtown.
Straight away, sir.
The trap trundles downtown. The rough dirt road gives way to cobblestones, and presently the driver reins the horses to a stop.
Here we go, sir. But Lord, how everybody's looks and discourse in the street is of death and nothing else. And few people going up and down, that the town is like a place distressed and forsaken. That's Pete, sir. But he put such a negative spin on it.
My God, what happened to this place? What happened to these people?
Nothing, sir. That's snafu, sir. Situation normal. All fouled up.
I know, but this is normal?
Well, not entirely, sir. Everybody's a bit spiffed up for the weekend, you know. Got the best bib and tuckers on. Anyway, I'll be waiting right here, sir, when you're ready to push on.
You're just going to sit here?
Oh, got me magazine and me corn nuts. I'm good. Have fun, sir.
Step down out of the trap and start to look around. Merkin. This is the guy you want to have around you when you need to get the last olive out of the jar. I guess. You ask the bearded gent what his profession is. He tells you he's the town lobotomist and... oh, fucking hell. And he doesn't even need an ice pick. Right, I thought he'd be more relevant being in the foreground like that. Star Bucharest's Werewolf's building. Couple. Nice, look at the couple. A handsome couple strolls down the boulevard, gazing into each other's eyes and discussing their ophthalmic problems in a disturbingly clinical detail. Once in a while, they each pull out an eye and trade with each other, trying various combinations. You attempt to strike a conversation with the couple, but they only have eyes for each other. I see. Look at the cobblestones. Either those are cobblestones, or the pavement in Transylvania is maintained by the Chicago Department of Streets and Sanitation. Ah. Star Bucharest is the most downscale, upscale coffee shop in the neighborhood. Look at window. The store is open late night. No doubt that it will turn out to be extremely convenient. Oh, nice. You go to the window and try and open them, but upon close examination you find that they're covered with spider webs. The webs have large, glossy black spiders that you remember seeing depicted in Boy Scout manual. Naturally, you shy away from them. Oh. Damn it. Help, I have no legs. A wizard. You do a double take at what first appears to be a gentleman holding a skull. Then you realize that somebody has left a large, hand-painted D&D model standing on the sidewalk. What? The model can't hold a intelligent conversation. God damn it! It's the remaining original number of KC and a syphilitic hag. Oh, nice. You ask the beggars if you can beg here. The woman sputters. The man tells you that begging is permitted only from the barrel to the corner. And he adds gruffly, since Cameron is home tonight, battling a mild case of good health, you can have his spot if you don't mind sticking by the barrel. Oh, nice. You start to chat familiarly with the beggar. Beggars when the man wheels over and gives you a severe tongue lashing. Then he tucks it back into place and goes back to his begging. Gross. So I can sit by the barrel. This isn't just any wall. It was shipped here, brick by brick, from the site of St. Valentine's Day massacre. Aw. Scramble up the wall and drop down on the other side. You find yourself in a strange land where trolls, dwarves, demons, sorcerers, warriors, elves, and heroes vie for supremacy in the sprawling medieval countryside. Bored silly, having covered all that ground about 2,000 times in computer games, you climb back into reality. Aw. This barrel contains sand for the street when they get icy in winter. It's one of two donated to the town by the local representative of the Visiting Shogun Association. And they're both conveniently located between the two slickest streets in town. Oh, that's alright. Surely you've heard of a double-barreled Shogun. Ah. Oh. They got both barrels right between the ice. Oh, Jesus. Open. Peek inside, and all you see is sand. What were you expecting, a barrel of monkeys? Maybe a cask of characters? After all, you certainly get no keg from champagne.
Stop!
Yes. Roll out. Now is no time to play polka. Sit next to barrel. The other beggars say, that's usually Cameron's spot, but he has the night off. Go ahead and try your luck. You take them at their word and squat next to the barrel. Why am I begging? There's a vagrant there. A slender, weather-beaten looking man puffs idly on a cancerette and throws hard looks at everybody. Hey. You attempt to start a conversation with the vagrant, but due to complications from smoking and the lack of decent centralized healthcare, his voice box has been replaced with a squeaky toy. Oh. Poor man. This well-dressed creep has disturbingly red eyes, probably from staring at his monitor lizard for too long. I begin to speak to him when you realize he's talking to himself, in a voice like chalk on fingernails. Rather than submit yourself to that sort of oral, tactile punishment, you quickly reverse gear. Look at couple. Nicely dressed couple taking in the midnight air. And expel it forcefully through their ears, making a grotesque bubbling sound. Damn it. They're more interested in making unique body sounds and blowing earwax bubble than they are in chatting with you. Aww. You approach the house and ring your doorbell. Someone lurches to the door. You can see the festering boils on its face. The man says, "Gomez around here. Go mess around somewhere else. I'm busy until Wednesday." Fucking Fester. Well then. Ugh. A hag. A mummy and a hag. Look at. Considering how old this fellow is, added to the fact that he can still pick up a virgin and carry her around slung over his shoulder, it's a wonder that he hasn't released a workout tape. He tells you about all the mummies. While they're locked in sarcophagi, keep saying they're going to write the great Egyptian novel, but none of them ever do, mostly because they don't type with their fingers all bandaged. Walk over to the hag and look carefully at her face. It's a map of lines, each wrinkle no doubt telling a story of some event in her life that caused her to lose collagen. She proudly announces that she recently won a Granny Award for the best new arthritic. Empty storefront once accommodated a publishing house that specialized in books on gambling. Unfortunately, they have since filed for chapters 7 and 11. Do wager. This woman is picking and talking a little about kosher, rabils, and ballsack. No matter how you try to interrupt, the woman's bound and determined to complain about some other local woman who made brazen overtures to a man who never had a friend in this town till she came here. What? Maybe we go to Star Bucharest. It's a well as well. This stone well marks the center of town. Look, enter. Holding your nose, you plunge into the well. Yeah. It's dry and only about a foot deep, so you don't get very wet. Sheepishly, you step out again. Oh. Cashmere's bar. Bouncer. A large, oddly shapen fellow stands by the door of Cashmere's. Told you.
Me, Tor. Who are you?
Stonebender. Jake Stonebender.
You bend stone. Me break stone.
Yes, the similarities between your mind and cottage cheese are obvious. Me, Jane.
Ah.
Just kidding, just kidding. Me glad my thyroid worked better than Tor's.
Thyroid normal. Psychiatrist fault.
A psychiatrist did this to you?
Used to be pro golfer. Now, rawr.
What?
Me too.
What's the cover charge?
Tonight, curse night. Must have curse. Get in free.
So it's like ladies' night.
Rawr.
This architect is familiar. Curious. Walk up to the entrance, but the bouncer puts out a hand to stop you.
Me not know you. Show curse mark.
Pardon me?
Tonight, curse night. Must have curse mark. Otherwise, no admittance.
Star Bucharest? Hey! Nosy Man Diner. It's that Vlad magazine, I see. Glass jar. Appears to be a large glass jar filled with penny candy.
Would you like some penny candy?
What kind is it?
Mostly penny. She was such a sweet little girl. Too bad about her.
Oh. Pensive man. Sitting at the next table is a man who looks as if he's doing some heavy thinking. I'm trying to gauge the man in conversation. He might have something about this place needing a parking lot. Okay. Clerk. An energetic middle-aged woman fusses behind the counter. Nice.
Yes?
Hi, I'm Jake.
I don't need your whole life story. Can I get you something?
What's open around here at this time of night?
It's early in the evening, not a lot's open yet. Cass's opens early, they'll be open. The 5 and 10 might be open. The First Banny Bank of Loch Lomond used to be open, but they went under.
That's too bad.
Nah, that should have been buried a long time ago. They had a free chicken accounts, but the stench of rotten flesh was enough to turn a rat's appetite.
Any other places?
Let me think. There's Horman's World of Spurtin' Goods, but that's all the way out in the hill and back around by the south entrance.
Any others?
Well, it's always fun to go to the unsafe way, but I think they're closed for inventory, and they try to find out how much they've lost lately due to spoilage or rats or just vanishing.
They lose a lot of groceries, do they?
No employees.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Well, you got your Kinko's copies, but now this town's got more copies of Kinko's running around than we know what to do with.
Hi, Oliver Twist.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Well, there's the microbrewery at the other end of town, Big Purple Brews, but it's kind of dangerous. A lot of maniacs and murderers.
I've never heard of Big Purple Brews.
Oh, you know the ones. If you can't do the time, we've got the beer.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
I got customers.
Aha, we wore her out.
Yeah, hon.
Do you sell any normal coffee here? Like, if I just wanted a plain old cup of coffee?
No. Yeah, hon.
I'd like to ask about franchise opportunities.
Welcome to the Star Bucharest team.
Wait a minute, I don't...
You've just made the decision to change your life for the better, starting right now. Star Bucharest is the fastest growing coffee retailer in Romania, except for 2 others.
Damn.
Yeah, hon.
How many people live in this town anyway?
Well, it depends on how you define the boundaries, but basically about 400 people are actually living here.
Boundaries between neighboring towns?
No, boundaries between what's actually living and what's not.
Ah, see.
Yeah, hon.
Ugh.
You know a guy named Piotr?
Tall, thin, blonde guy?
No.
Oh, the short, heavy-set guy with the frizzy red hair.
No. This guy's medium build, medium height, dark hair, fangs.
Sorry. I know a lot of Piotrs, but none of them are medium anything.
Oh. Display case, look. Refrigerated display case is stuffed with all sorts of fancy pastries.
Wow, what have we here?
Let's see. We have a delicious blueberry grunt. We have apple pandowdy, blackberry fool, plum slump, peach doofus, apricot grump, cranberry wince, nectarine smartass, and boysenberry chomp.
What's in the boysenberry chump?
Butylated hydroxytoluene, calcium and sodium propionate, dioctyl sodium sulfosuccinate, mono and diglycerides, propylene glycol, and sorbitan monosterate.
Any boysenberries?
I'd have to check.
Oh, that's quite all right. I'll take a pass.
Aww. Open. Doesn't seem to open from that side, and the other side has bars and a padlock. Do you suppose you're going to try and keep people from getting in? Or keep something from getting out? Ugh. Pound cake, nice.
I see you're admiring our pound cake. We get that fresh every week.
What's in it?
This week, I'm not sure. We don't bake it on the premises. They just send it over from the pound.
Nice. The cake looks like it bites back. Layer cake, nice. That's the Whittaker special. Black forest cake with shrimp. Chocolate shrimp, chocolate cherry shrimp, and chocolate shrimp with cherries. Tend to distrust any dessert that has antennae. Fuck. Carrot cake, nice.
That's our delicious carrot and hashish cake. You want to try a slice?
No, I don't care for carrots and cake.
Nobody does. That's why we put in the hashish. One bite and you don't care it's cake.
You shouldn't need anything around here once you know for a fact what's in it. Wolfbane plant. That's odd, you rarely see wolfbane in bloom this time of year. Reach over and pluck a blossom off the wolfbane plant.
This isn't a real plant. It's silk.
The plant looks offended.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Today's special are listed on the blackboard. Nice read. Special brews here are scrolled on the blackboard. Di cappuccino, cafe de plague, depresso, Frenchman's roast, and hazelnut sprinkled with real pieces of hazel. Starbucks Bucharest is a rapidly growing chain of coffee, pastry, and yak houses. This particular outlet is yakless, since all the yak in Transylvania is sold to export to Washington Disc. Nosy man, look at. The man at the counter looks utterly normal. He must be lost. You begin to start a conversation with the man. He looks at you and starts to speak in a friendly and conversational tone about the light he saw in the sky last night. Suddenly, his neck begins to bulge, and a pulsating green tentacle snakes out of his mouth and slaps him across the face a few times, then slips back into his mouth and down his throat. Chest-hitted, the man immediately grows sullen and turns away from you. Oh. Diner. The man is downing his sandwich with mucho gusto. He asks the gentleman what he's eating, and he tells you it's one of the house specials, Hindenburgers and Hold the Humanity. Plug. Can't plug anything now. Water. That's just too messy. Look at this is Audrey 2's little cousin, Seymour Jr. He's a vegetarian, and in every sense of the word. What? Oh, it's I see. Little pet shop of Rick Moray. Merchandise. Look.
Aren't you lucky? We just did inventory yesterday. That cabinet currently holds 22 boxes of paper filters, 3 gold metal filters, 14 mugs, 20 jars of pistachio-flavored creamer, 5 varieties of seasonal Celeste teas, 3 lemon just missed, 8 Emperor's Folly, 6 mandarin orange fungus, and 2 morning thunder thighs, 20 coffee makers, and 10 unlabeled tea strainers.
Nice. Bye.
Nothing appeals to me right now.
Then don't you dare ask me to repeat what's on those shelves.
Grizzled gentleman. An amiable gentleman sits chortling at the article he's reading over the man from Vlad's shoulder. One day at the burn center. He's also swilling a cup of strong coffee with a handful of dead flies in it. That's a lot of flies for 1 cup. Now that's a paste wax shine. Yeah. The Vlad. Lucky Guy's got the latest issue of a Vlad magazine with the What Me bloodthirsty kid on the cover. Read. Rather than tear it right out of his hands, you try to catch a glimpses of the articles in this issue. You notice snappy tortures to stupid questions. You know you're really impaled on a gigantic spike when... Oh, clickbait. The lighter side of Caligula. Behind the scenes at a crematorium. A peek inside Jack the Ripper's wallet. Spine vs. Spine. And a parody of Faces of Death Part 6. Borrow. You ask the man if you can borrow the magazine. He turns his head towards you, fixing a cool, steady gaze on you. He replies, you don't want to borrow this magazine.
I don't want to borrow this magazine.
Later on, you won't even remember seeing me here.
Later on, I won't even remember seeing you here.
Wait a minute, what were you talking about? Never mind. Okay, so since he didn't actually say that, I'm assuming that talking to him won't work either, since he's probably not voiced. See a preppy looking man, smiling at the article, sucking chest wounds we'd really like to see. The preppy looking man looks at you with one eye, and then the other, continues to read the magazine. This effectively keeps you out and convinces you to leave the guy alone. I fucking knew it. Oh, it's smoke. I thought he was wanking. Quiet woman. Look at. This woman's eyes reflect a bleak, careworn spirit. Talk to.
Yes?
Excuse me for interrupting. My name is Jake.
It's nice to meet you, Jake.
She offers her hand, you shake it gently. Her skin is cool and dry.
What are you drinking?
This. It's a private blend they make for me here. Would you care to try some?
Yes.
Yes, I think I'd like to.
He slides the drink over to you. You take a sip from the side opposite hers. It's coffee, alright, but it has an unpleasant metallic taste to it, as if there were pennies at the bottom of the cup. She looks at you expectantly as you slide the cup back towards her.
I was going to say it's not my cup of tea.
That's all right. I didn't expect it would be.
Sucker.
Yes,
Are you alone?
yes.
Would you prefer me to leave you that way?
She shrugs. Aw.
Yes.
I'm looking for a gentleman named Piotr.
She hesitates and shakes her head.
I'm sorry, I don't know anybody named Piotr.
I'm given to understand it's a common name here.
It is a common name. I know several Piotrs in Brazov. I just don't happen to know of any in town. Yes,
This town is whacked.
that's very descriptive. What does it mean?
It means it's Cucamonga, it's Looney Tunes, it's flipped. I'm freaking, I'm blown away.
I'm sorry, what language are you speaking?
What language are you speaking?
There's a long silence here, which we are condensing through the magic of advanced electronics.
Well, perhaps it just loses something in translation.
Must be. It means I find it highly unusual.
What could be unusual about the rescue?
We have stories about people in places like these, somewhat, but they're considered fantasy.
We have stories about America, too.
I didn't say I was an American. How did you know I was an American? Because we're speaking English?
Because you have a very American accent.
Curses. Just when I thought I was going to get a straight answer about this.
Dumbass.
It means I want to go home.
If you were not born here, it would take you a long time to understand our ways.
I've known Piotr for a long time. I still know hardly anything about him.
Yes.
Are you positive you don't know of Piotr? Moved to the United States? Used to live in Castle Florescu?
She hesitates again, and this time the silence speaks the answer before she can.
Yes. I believe I knew a Piotr who lived in Castle Florescu. But this was a long time ago, and he hasn't lived in Romania in over half a century. Well, in a long time.
Kiss! She holds up her hands for you to kiss, but instead you lean forward and give her a chaste peck on the forehead. Pulls back and nods expressionlessly. Damn. Oh, I think we need to be cursed or something. I mean, hags usually curse you. Maybe now that we know about the curse, we can. The hag's gone. She was there. Fuck. Phantoms? The fuck? This snake in the grass has been partying for hours and is starting to show it. Apparently this evening has really drained the lizard. Ugh. He uses himself as Salamander, Anaconda, a strange creature he is, a one-time member of Riptile and the Mamba Kings. He Axolotls question, this is where you came in. Fucking hell. Where's the fucking... I need to be cursed. Mummy. Okay, is it... The mummy's back. Oh, the way it isn't. Maybe if I go to Bucharest and go back in. Winding stair. Climb. Nice. Stand up the stair. 20 minutes later, you notice that you've been passing the same building over and over again. Like running in a Flintstones cartoon. So you go back the way you came. 30 seconds later, you find yourself standing back on the street. God damn it. Oh, we can actually go in. Nice. Airboat Bordens. Crowded, musty, quiet. This store reminds you of the five and dimes of old, close kin to the stationery stores you used to visit as a young man. Thousands of items fill every available nook and cranny, and they all look as if they've been sitting there for decades. Nice. We're at half an hour though, so time for watching, and next time we'll find Piotr, and this time I'll actually save rather than load, like not an idiot.